Hello, Centralia. I'm Shane Lothar.
And I'm Rachel Roddy.
And this is Centralia On Air. Thank you so much for joining us. Last week on the show, we had Centralia High School's National Honor Society sponsors, Rebecca Becker and Judy Seeger in studio. Rebecca and Judy stopped by to tell us about NHS and their canned food drive. Speaking of canned foods, did you know the can opener wasn't even invented until 1870? Like 60 years after they started using cans? What's with that?
Wow.
What the heck were they doing?
I don't know.
Just a hammer and chisel or something?
I've had to use a knife before.
Yeah, well, that's how they did it back in the day.
Well, did you know the largest can of spinach is on display in Alma, Arkansas? It contains 1 million gallons of spinach.
Ugh.
Do you like spinach?
No, thank you. Insert Popeye sound effect here. Well, did you know that in one can of Heinz baked beans, there are approximately 465 beans?
Yeah. You don't count yours?
You do?
Yeah. How else are you going to know if you got your money's worth?
Oh, Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that was last week. But this is this week.
That's right. On today's show, we've got Centralia legends, the Soundwaves in studio, as well as Diane Holt. Diane and the guys stopped by to tell us a little bit more about their upcoming event, Missing the 60s concert, and the fundraiser. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here today. Can we go around the room and everybody say who you are and what you do and what you play and all that?
I'm Tommy Lee. I'm from Centralia my whole life and been gone a long time and like coming back. I play drums.
Hi, my name's Greg Flanagan. I'm the lead singer, and I'd like to say hi to my wife, Vanita.
I'm Michael Atchison. I'm the bass player. I'm Joey Rhodes. I play the guitar, sing, and also play the keyboards.
Hi, I'm Diane Holt, and I help organize this event.
All right, so Soundwaves, how long you guys been together?
Almost 53 years.
The band?
Yes.
Holy smokes.
Off and on.
Okay.
And on, yeah.
All right, cool. Why don't you tell us how you guys got started?
Well,
You remember?
sure, I remember. Well, I met Mike and Frank and Doug White back in 1965. I got together with them. They needed a lead singer at the time, and none of them could sing worth a darn. So they
Still need a lead singer.
we need one. Okay, yeah, right. But no, I tried out with them, and we worked out real well. So we've been together ever since.
You know, the Soundwaves were a local band up to about 1966. Then at that time, we were very fortunate. We had a young man by the name of Ronnie Bausman, who was a lead guitar player. He come into the band. When he did, he had a connection with a very famous radio station, not to be your competition, but they were a superstation. There were only two in this area, one WLS and the other one was KXOK out of St. Louis. And at that point, what started to happen was we started to widen our venues we played at. Our music became more authentic. Mike started to write music, and we started to really just break out of Centralia, and we became the official escort band for the DJs. Because, see, the DJs had no way of gauging what the music was going to be like until they played it in front of the people. And that was our job, was to recreate that music, and we did that. And in doing so, the band became very popular. And so that's how the Soundwaves became a KXOK escort band.
Okay, so you guys used to play here when it was Ricardo's, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about that. That's pretty neat.
Well, we had two Corvettes always at our dances. Mike had one, and another boy, Steve Richards, had one. Well, Steve Richards' dad owned this building we're standing in. It was called Ricardo's. And whatever he decided to do was always to have the Soundwaves appear here. And it was when we reformed the group back in 1977. Frank Augustine was in the group at that time. And we came back together and we appeared here. And again, we maintain our connection with our fans here. One thing about the Soundwaves is we have a very faithful fan base. And we're blessed to have Diane, who has been such a wonderful supporter, not only of the community, but she's sort of our little sister here for the Sound Waves. And her, along with Tammy, Augustine Baker, wonderful support people. And of course, all our wives have been very supportive.
I want to add that, the four of us that are in here today are part of the core of the original Sound Waves, minus Frank Augustine, of course. But since then, after Frank left, we've added two more members, Dana Damaris and David Halstead. And so they've been here and played music all through the years, even though, Mike's been gone, and I've been in Florida for almost 40 years, and but come back for all these. So I just wanted to add that we have two more members now, so it's a six-man band now with a real nice full sound, and so we're proud to have them. And I'm also really proud to help my old friend Kathy Donnelly with her project. She and I have been friends for 40-some years. We lived on a farm in the same house together back in the early 70s, and been friends ever since. So I'm real proud to help her with her project.
Tell us about Missing the 60s fundraiser. First of all, when is it? Where is it? Give us all the info.
Missing the 60s is April 7th, Saturday, from 7 to midnight. We open the doors at 6 p.m. It's by reservations, but there is standing room only, and we do have some seats left. So if you contact us, we can probably hook you up. We started this fundraiser actually 7 years ago as a Bathhouse Band reunion jam for a class reunion. And after our expenses were paid, we donated the money back to the community. And then we continued it and turned it into Missing the 60s, which Michael Atchison is the head of not organizing, but it was his brainchild. So for since 2013, I think, we've done Missing the 60s and donated the money back to the community again for the Young Musicians Project. And a couple of years ago, that changed to include, last year was the first year for the Home to School Connection, which Don Ford will talk about in a few minutes, and which supports children in this community.
Okay, so that's a jam-packed night. What's all going on?
Well, there's a lot going on that night. Don might be able to enlighten us on a really unique thing that's going to happen. But we will have 50-50 silent auction. We'll have the band start at 7 o'clock with a band from the Centralia City Schools that's going to play. And then we have the Sound Waves on at 8 o'clock. Echo is our guest band. They start at 9. Sound Waves again at 10, Echo again at 11. And probably the guys will get together at the very end and do some performing together. I think they did that last year. It was a really unique experience. But then all proceeds from the door, silent auction, and the 50-50 will go to the Home to School Connection.
And Don, how about you tell us a little bit more about the Home to School Connection?
So the Home to School Connection is a program that's 3 years old now, and it's headed by Kathy Donnelly. She's our Home to School liaison. And whenever students get referrals in the school, maybe they are tardy or there's an issue with their performance, Kathy goes into the child's home, meets with the parents, and tries to create an action plan so that student can be healthy, clean, and on time at school each day.
That is really cool. I had no idea something like that even existed here in town.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is, like I said, it's year 3 of the program, and she's had 132 referrals, and she's been able to create action plans, corrective action plans with families. So everybody between the schools and the parents and the child are all on the same page of what's expected. Now, this fundraiser from Missing the 60s helps us tremendously because sometimes she needs cleaning items, food for families due to some temporary food shortages, and these fundraisers, this Missing the 60s fundraiser is really a big help for Kathy because she's able to help these families meet their needs with this money that is raised.
Right, that's great. Don, we hope to have you back here in a couple weeks, and we can get a little bit more in-depth on the Home to School Connection.
Sounds good.
Great. Anything we missed?
Yeah, we missed a huge thing this year. We're dedicating, in addition to donating the money to the Home to School Connection, this year it's going to be a dedication to Howard Cooksey. and Mike Atchison. And, of course, I don't know if you guys know, Howard Cooksey was very instrumental in the community center and the bathhouse bands where they all got started. So you may want to talk to Michael Atchison about the dedication to Howard Cooksey.
Kind of a real quick story. I moved to Nashville, Tennessee in '06, and actually I got my hair cut. And my barber, who comes up here and donates to this fundraiser, whatever it happens to be, told me that there was a lady that was from Centralia, and that was Jeannie Jones. And Jeannie Jones happens to be Howard Cooksey's daughter. So met her, we had dinner, and got to be friends. And so, as Diane was saying, you know, all the bands were really spoon-fed of the old bathhouse. And we used to play above the bathhouse, and all the bands did that in the very beginning. So we just thought it was a good idea. It's not just my idea, that we would honor him. You know, the older we get, the probably more chance that this is going to be maybe the last one this time. You don't know. Howard was very instrumental in giving us a place to play, and so that really kind of toned our skills, if we have any. A lot of bands played out there, and so we've kind of built off of that with the Bathhouse Band Reunion Jam, and then we kind of took this thing over to try to give back to Centralia.
Okay. Diane, one more time. Give us the when and where.
The event is Saturday, April 7th. The bands play from 7 p.m. to midnight. Doors open at 6 p.m. If you're interested in a reservation or a ticket, we have a Facebook page. It's called The Sound Waves. You can contact Michael there or myself, or you can contact Kathy Donnelly with the Centralia City Schools Administration Office, and we can get you, if we have any reservations left, we can get you a seat. And we've always got room, because there's always people who don't show up, or, you know, somebody will cancel at the last minute, and there's always standing room, and then people leave, and someone can come in and sit down. So we're never sold out. We've always got room.
Okay, and if somebody would like to donate, where can they do that? Give us some information about
The
that.
Centralia City Schools Administration Office is the best place to go in Centralia. Kathy's there. Dawn is there also. That was here a few minutes ago. And they take any and all donations monetarily, but I'm sure there are things that Kathy needs for the program that you could talk to her about.
All right, you're listening to Centralia On Air with Shane and Rachel. We have the Sound Waves in studio today, along with Diane Holt. When we come back, we're going to hit the guys with some 1960s trivia. Stick around, we'll be right back. Shane and Rachel here. This is Centralia On Air. We are jamming with the Sound Waves in studio today. All right, guys, so you'll be covering songs from the 60s next month at the Missing the 60s fundraiser. The 60s had a lot of great music, right? Folk was big. There was the British invasion, of course. Pop started to get a little soul to it. What would you say is your favorite decade of music to play?
For me, British invasion.
Okay.
That's what hooked us.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else?
I was always a big Animals fan.
Okay.
I liked Eric Burden.
All right, let's dive into these questions. Question 1, true or false? The 1960s dance craze, the twist, was invented by Chubby Checker.
True.
True.
This is going to blow your minds a little bit. False.
False.
The
Trick question.
twist debuted on the Dick Clark Show in 1960, but was actually written and invented by Frank Ballard a year before that. Chubby covered it and made it popular.
Right. Frank Ballard wrote a lot of popular songs.
Okay, question 2. In 1960, Alfred Hitchcock released a movie with one-word title that contains one of the most famous scenes in the entire history of cinema. Where is this scene set?
Shower.
Yeah, Psycho.
Yeah.
Very good.
The famous shower scene from Psycho took 7 days to shoot
Yeah.
and used over 70 different camera angles before Hitchcock was satisfied that he had all the footage that he needed.
All right, question 3. What 1968 movie features this quote? I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Odyssey 2001.
You got it. 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's spoken by supercomputer HAL 9000.
Yeah.
Okay, and question 4. So, it was hard to ignore the TV westerns in the 60s. They were pretty much everywhere. In which of these westerns did we meet the character Rowdy Yates and Gil?
Right.
Hit 'em up!
Clint Eastwood.
Yes. Rawhide followed the adventures of Trail, Boss, Gil Favor, and his sidekick Rowdy Yates, played by Eric Fleming and Clint Eastwood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't need no multiple choice. Okay, last one. What a drag it is getting old is the opening line to which Rolling Stones song?
Mother's Little Helper.
You got it. Mother's Little Helper, that's right. The song is supposedly about the sudden popularity of calming prescription drugs among housewives.
All right, Soundwaves, thank you so much for being here today. We hope to have you back again sometime. Stick around. We'll be right back. You're listening to Centralia On Air.
Shane and Rachel here. You're listening to Centralia On Air. Rachel, how you been?
Not so good.
What? Why? What's up?
Well, as you know, today is National Awkward Moments Day, and I've just been reliving some of my most awkward moments.
Ooh, yeah.
There's a lot.
Isn't it funny, the situations we get ourselves into?
I don't know if I'd call it funny. Maybe like cringeworthy.
Tomato, tomato, right? So, you care to share any of your awkwardness with the world?
Ugh.
Maybe getting out there in the open and talking about it will be some good therapy for you, huh?
I don't know. I guess I will if you will.
All right. Well, you first, then.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Well, I'm going to say 2.
Okay.
The first one, I was in high school, in the lunchroom. And I don't know if every high school is like this, but when you drop your tray, everybody claps.
Oh, my gosh. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It is.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I wore a skirt to school one day, and I slipped on a pickle. Like, tray went up,
Whoosh.
fell, I fell. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
no.
bad. And everyone turned around and started clapping.
Awkward and embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slipped on a pickle.
Yeah.
That might be the awkward part.
Then, another time, I started working here, and we were out at Balloon Fest doing a live remote, and the on-air personality was talking, and they decided that they were just done talking, and they handed the mic to me,
Uh-oh.
and I was like, on the air, like nervous,
deer in
didn't
the
know what
headlights.
to say, didn't know what to do. That was awkward. And I was
Awkward.
like, okay, back to you at the station. Like, we're done here. It was a little awkward.
And that,
Okay.
That was the birth of the on-air personality, Rachel Roddy.
Yeah,
huh?
right there. Me going,
Nice.
All right, your turn.
Yeah, okay. Well, so I used to work in a phone store, right? And you have to pull up people's accounts. And there are account holders, but there's also things called authorized users. You know, people who can get into your account without you being there for security reasons, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm helping this guy, big burly dude, you know, big tough guy, man's man. And I asked for the name on the account. This wasn't the name, of course, but it's the same idea. So I'm changing the name
Okay.
for.
Yeah, I get
it. What's the name on the account? And he says something, you know, like Francis something. And I try to be Mr. Funny or whatever, and I look at him and I'm like, oh, I'm guessing you're not Francis, huh? And he gives me the death stare, and he's like, yeah, I am. Awkward.
He wanted to take you outside.
Yeah, and then I had to ask for his ID because you always have to, you know, verify you got the right person. And I think he might have thought I was asking for it to prove it, which I kind of am. But I just, in my head, I thought it was like his grandma's account or something.
Oh, my.
And it was just awkward.
That sounds awkward.
Yeah. I'm sure there's more, but I don't know if it happens to you, but it happens to me all the time. The whole, two people, they want to go the same direction.
Oh, yeah.
So they do this little dance back and forth. Oh, you go for me. I'll go for, yeah. Oh, I can't stand that.
It's weird.
It can be this wide open plane anywhere on the floor that you can walk, but we're both trying to.
Yeah, like
awkward.
in Walmart when you're trying to, like, the cart.
Yo, yeah. Speaking of Walmart, this has happened to me numerous times. Have you ever made eye contact with a stranger mid-yawn?
I don't think so.
It's the weirdest thing. They'll be yawning, right? Like
Yeah.
from across the aisle. And just eyes open, and we lock eyes. It is awkward.
Did that happen to you?
Oh, multiple times, yes.
What?
And it's so funny because it's like a silent.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like they're growling, like a lion or something, but there's no sound. Oh, it's just awkward.
I guess when I'm in Walmart, I don't look up.
Yeah,
I just look down, get what I got to get, and get out.
Stay on mission.
And then if I see somebody I know, I go running, like next aisle over, wait till they're done. No.
Mm-hmm. But well, that felt a little better to get off my chest, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what's great? Our stories aren't anything compared to some of other people's awkward moments.
Yeah.
There's been some pretty cringe-worthy events over the years, huh?
Yeah, like last year, the Oscars, when they announced La La Land as the winner for the Best Picture.
Yeah.
And all those people came up. And they weren't the winner. They read the wrong envelope.
Yeah, some guy backstage handed out the wrong envelope.
I wouldn't want to be that guy.
No. I remember seeing a picture of the card that the announcers have to read.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
It's unfortunate because the title of the award is super teeny tiny, and then the winner is really big. So the announcers, they were just, they didn't know. They just opened up the card and read La La Land, and it was totally the wrong envelope.
Oh, whoops. Oh, and what about Steve Harvey and Miss Universe?
Yeah, he announced Miss Columbia as the winner. She got the crown on and everything. I think music was playing, and then he had to come back on and say, nope, it's Miss Philippines. Yikes.
Hey, at Burger King, everyone gets to keep their crown.
Oh, I really like that. Thank you.
What about Kanye and Taylor?
Yeah. I'm going to let you finish, but yeah, what was that? 2009 MTV Video Music Awards, right? Mm-hmm. Taylor wins Best Female Video, and Kanye is not having it.
No.
He thought someone else should have won.
I'm going to let you finish, but...
Awkward.
Yes. You're listening to Centralia On Air with Shane and Rachel. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the community calendar. So stick around. This is Centralia On Air.
Welcome back. This is Centralia On Air with Shane and Rachel. Here's a look at your community calendar. Christ Our Rock Lutheran High School is proud to present Bye Bye Birdie Friday, March 23rd and Saturday, March 24th at 7 p.m. and Sunday, March 25th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $5 each and may be purchased at the door.
Benefit for Cody Warner on Saturday, March 24th at the Vandalia Moose Lodge. The cost is $8 for adults and $6 for children, and your choice for baked spaghetti or pulled pork. Live auction starts at 6, and there will be a 50-50 and gun raffle.
Veterans Honor Flight of Southern Illinois will have guest speaker Brian Questel on Tuesday, April 3rd at 5:30 p.m. at Masonic Lodge. For more information, please contact Gordon Miller at 618-322-9983.
Comic and Toy Expo in Salem on Saturday, April 28th from 10 to 6 and Sunday, April 29th from 11 to 4 at the Salem Community Center.
St. Teresa Grade School is having a chicken dinner in Salem on Sunday, April 15th from 11 to 1. Pre-sale tickets are $10. For more information, call 548-0899.
Adult Easter egg hunt, Saturday, March 24th at Roadhouse Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon, starting at 6 p.m. Woodlawn Fire Protection District will host their annual benefit dinner and auction on April 7th. The meal will start at 5 and the auction will start at 7. For more information, call 246-6514.
And for your local blood drives, Thursday, March 22nd, Moose Family Center in Centralia from 11 to 6. Thursday, March 22nd, Carlisle Junior High from 3 to 7. Sunday, March 25th, St. Mary's School in Centralia, 9 to 1. Tuesday, March 27th, Iuka Grade School from 2 to 6. And Thursday, March 29th, Bird Watson Pharmacy in Mount Vernon from 1:30 to 4:30.
That's a look at your community calendar on X95 and the Big 1210. If you have an event you would like to share with us, you can email wiley1210@gmail.com. And for more information about these events and others, check out our website at x95radio.com.
That's it for this week. If you want to get awkward with us some more, come back every Sunday at 11 on X95 and the Big 1210 and 98.7 FM. You can also find past shows on YouTube at X95 Radio. She's Rachel Roddy.
And he's Shane Lothar.
And this was Centralia On Air.